This here is my latest guitar find. I found it on Facebook Marketplace. Guy had it for sale for $175, and I offered him $100 for it, and he said he couldn't do that. And about a week later, he sent me a message saying he would take $100 for it. So I went ahead and bought it. I just bought it because I liked the looks of it. Thought it was kind of unique. It's only got one pickup on it. Metal pick guard. This looks like some kind of a tremolo thing. The strings are quite tarnished on it, so it seems like it's been sitting for quite a while. Let me plug it in. The volume knob's kind of scratchy, cutting in and out. Tone knob doesn't seem to be doing much, so I think we'll just take it all apart and check it out. This has a removable neck, so I think the first thing we'll do is take the neck off so we can get to the under the pick guard and see what's going on there. They sure didn't give much slack in the wire there. So the ground must be the ground wire to the bridge. Something's definitely wrong with that volume pot. Might have to replace these pots. Capacitor wire broke off. This is an interesting looking pickup. I don't think I've seen one like this before. Magnet goes on the bottom here, and then this sits on top of it. All the wires look intact, pretty good. I think I'll measure the resistance, see what it looks like. $3.15K it looks like. Kind of low for single coil. The tone pot seems to check out with the meter, but I'm not getting a good reading on the volume pot. So I'm going to go ahead and desolder the wires off of here from the pickup to see if I can get a good reading. I'm suspecting that this pot might be bad. Well, that seems to be checking out good also. Feels pretty good. It's not real loose. They both feel about the same, so I think we can probably at least try to reuse them. I don't think it was quite wired right though. That might have been part of the problem, so I'm going to take this tremolo bar system apart. I couldn't get it to move, so I'm wondering if maybe it's just kind of stuck. So we'll take all the screws out and see what we got. Clean everything up. Well, it certainly wasn't stuck together. Guess we'll clean it up a little bit and put it back together. See if we can get some of that tarnish off there. We'll take this bridge apart and clean it up. Looks like somebody substituted this, which is missing, with some washers. So I think I might try to make one of these on my lathe when we go to put it back together, instead of using these washers. Made in Japan. I went ahead and made one of these replacement whatever you call these things, adjusting things to raise the bridge up and down. Made it out of a piece of aluminum on my lathe, so I think it'll be alright. In taking a look at the neck, the tuning machines have a little bushing that goes around the stem, and all of them are missing except for one, and it's real loose. Just falls out, so I went ahead and ordered, found a website that sells these, and for about $1 a piece I ordered 6 new ones that should be a little tighter fit and press in. So we're going to take all the tuning machines off and get them cleaned up, and take a look at the neck, see how straight it is. These frets are not in the best shape. For one, they're not very tall. I measured them with the calipers. They're only about anywhere from 26 thousandths to 29 thousandths high, which is, I think, kind of low for some frets. And in checking the radius of the neck, it measured about 7¼ inch radius up here near the nut, and down here near the last frets it's about a 12-inch radius. So it's a compound radius neck, which I've never seen one before. I've heard of them. And also some of the frets appear on the ends to be sticking up a little bit, although they don't appear to be loose, so they must be glued in. Probably really should do a refret on this, but I want to see how the guitar sounds and plays before I would invest that much time into it. So what I might do is just do a quick level, because I did take the fret rocker and check see if I had any high frets, and there's a high fret there. It's rocking there. Several places down through here, it's that center fret there is real high right there. So this thing would probably be very unplayable without leveling the frets. So I think I'll do that off camera, do a quick level, and of course I'll have to crown them a little bit, and take these tuning machines off and get them cleaned up, ready to put back in when we get the bushings in. And then we'll start putting things back together. Well, I finished leveling and crowning the frets best I could. They were so low it was very hard to get any decent job out of it. In fact, when I got done leveling, I started using the crowning file to round the edges. The frets are so low that the crowning file would barely touch the corners, let alone the tops. So I did the best I could with that, and then just took some sandpaper and flapped back and forth like this, and then worked my way up to some finer grits up into the thousands, and then used some polishing pads on top of that. So, and I did use the truss rod to straighten the neck before I leveled them, and got them pretty shiny, but like I said, they're far from perfect. Don't know how playable it's going to be. And I did get the bushings in for the tuning machines, the bushings. Ordered them from this place here, Guitar Parts Factory. Sales at guitarpartsfactory.com. So we'll clean the neck, get the tape off and clean the neck all up, and take the tuning machines off, get them cleaned, put the new bushings in, put that back together, and then we'll be ready to clean the guitar body and start putting everything back together. Those bushings are a little tight. Well, I think we're ready to try to put some strings on. Well, we got all the strings on there. Got it tuned up, intonation set. Let's see how it sounds. Volume knob's working good. Tone knob doesn't seem to be doing anything, so I may have to end up replacing it. Well, let's check it out and play something on it and see how it does. Well, it plays better than I thought it would, so I guess it was worth all the effort. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching.